This is in response to Dr. Paul Krugman's article in the New York Times on Friday, June 26th, 2015. Hooray for Obamacare, or as I would say, hooray for Obummercare. Now, Dr. Krugman points out that he was extremely edgy as waiting for the results on this. I myself, unfortunately, a working stiff, was walking to work. And he points out that the whole premise of the Republican scheme to get rid of Obamacare had to do with 6 words that were sloppily written, something that is normally taken care of by the House and Senate very quickly and very easily, not quickly, but easily when they just redefine those words. But no, remember, this was a right-wing scheme where they went through every single line of the Affordable Care Act to see where there was some minute flaw. That's what they did. And that's all they came up with. In the 3,000 pages, they came up with 6 words. And the good justices got to see that the entirety of the Affordable Care Act nullified those 6 words. So now Dr. Krugman brings out something that's very important, and that is, let's look back at what's happened to the naysayers on the Republican side, as this hopefully, but probably will not be the last time they try to get rid of Obamacare. Now, some of the things that they have said in the past, in terms of there will be a decrease in coverage, when Obamacare comes in. Not true at all. 15 million people altogether, I believe, have gotten coverage, some through the Affordable Care Act directly through the exchanges, and others through an increase in Medicaid. And even with all of that, there are still many people uncovered. There still is a long way to go, but we have brought the uninsured rate down from about 16% to, I believe he said, about 7.5%. It is not over. There is still a lot to do, but it is an exceptionally good start. And there was all this talk about the price of it would people would be priced out of the market, that it would fall under its own weight. The coverage for people has been good. Those people who are on Obamacare are very happy with their Obamacare. Their premiums have increased. Yes, they have. But the rate of increase in these last 2 years is much, much less than the average rate of increase for the last 15 or 20 years in terms of the medical industry itself. And remember that they indicated, our friends, our sisters and brothers on the Republican side, indicated quite clearly right from the beginning that Obamacare was going to be a job killer. I think Boehner even said that yesterday or the day before, what a job killer it is. And I'm sure that I can't keep up with all the presidential candidates, but I'm sure one of them said that also. And let's remember that since Obamacare was signed into legislation, we have averaged in the United States an increase of unemployment of approximately 240,000 individuals per month since then, which is getting close to 60 months. Should it be more? Yes. Are there still other people that need to be employed? Yes. Is it a good start? Yes. Et cetera, et cetera. But remember, it is not the job killer that they said it would be. Remember, it would fall under its own weight. And remember, not only have 240,000 people per month been employed, it's that the budget, the deficit, the last thing that the Republicans brought out quite a bit, it would kill the deficit, meaning that it would cost more money than they were actually taking in. And what we've also found out is that the deficit is the amount of money that's going to bring the deficit. I don't even know how to say this right. The deficit's going down under Obamacare. They said that the deficit would increase. It's actually gone down. Now Dr. Krugman points out the most important thing about all of this. The big reason why the Republicans want Obamacare, need Obamacare, to fail is because the premise of the existence of their entire party has to deal with the fact that the government doesn't do anything right. It stinks. It sucks. It's terrible. And they get elected to office saying they're going to change things around, and they get elected to office and then just basically defund things to make sure that the government doesn't work. So this is something that needs to be, this is something that they have staked their entire careers on, so to speak, that the government blows, and we need to get rid of it even more. So there's a lot of venom out there in the aspect of this Affordable Care Act. If it works, it will show that government works, and that will diminish our whole presence for why we're even around. And let's just hope that continues and continues for a long time.